We are currently in pre-production on an exciting new feature film called In Which Jungle Do I Belong? It is an adventure drama set in New York and in the African bushveld. It has some great action scenes, beautiful music, but most importantly, life lessons based on strong Christian values, which is in line with some of the other feature films we've produced in the past. We will begin to film the movie on the 9th of May at Matingwe Lodge, that is in the Limpopo province in South Africa, and then we finish the production in June in New York City. I'm a very visual person and use sticky notes all over my office to plan everything. Here you can see the screenplays on one wall, the crew and cast on another, and all the locations here on the third wall. I think most filmmakers and writers start with a story, but you know what? We actually start with a theme or the ministry of the movie first, and that theme then drives the screenplay, it drives the marketing, and pretty much everything else in the movie. Now, in the case of In Which Jungle Do I Belong? The theme is how to discover your life purpose, and then this drives our entire story. Now, because we are making a feature film and not preaching a sermon, obviously we have to be 100% entertaining, and boy, this movie is going to be entertaining. So what is our story about then? Well, we tell the story of Louise, a talented young South African singer and actress who's on a journey to discover her life purpose. She's considering a career as a Broadway star, but her father, a conservative game ranger in South Africa, wants her to marry someone and live near him on the farm. To make matters worse, there's a life-threatening situation somewhere in the middle of our movie where Louise is captured by rhino poachers. But we're not going to tell you the outcome of this, obviously, because you're going to have to come and watch the movie. We don't want to spoil your fun, because ultimately you're going to be so entertained when you watch this movie. But for Louise, the ultimate question is, in which jungle do I belong? Will it be the concrete jungle of New York, or will it be the African jungle or the African bushveld? Even though, as I said, we're not going to reveal our entire story to you, but what I can say is that the movie will include a fantastic love story, beautiful African landscapes, stirring original music, and also some tense action scenes where we're going to have people fighting all over the place. And for good measure, we're throwing in some lions, horses, and rhino poachers just to make the story as exciting as we possibly can. Our cast will include some African and American actors. And because our main character wants to be a Broadway star, we decided that the main cast will also be professional singers, making for some great music in the movie. We are introducing for the first time on the big screen a beautiful young actress who is also a professional singer and presenter, Almarie de Prier. Almarie plays Louise, and it's her character who drives the main theme of purpose throughout the movie. Her fiancé Rudolf is played by South Africa's first Pop Idols winner, Heinz Winkler, who is also a seasoned actor. I will be playing the role of Louise's dad, a somewhat stubborn and old-school game ranger called Ranger. He needs to come to terms with his daughter who wants to move to New York away from him. Louise has two New York friends who visit her in Africa. Her best friend Cherie is played by seasoned performer and Broadway star Shalonda Lacombe. Two of the many shows she played in include The Lion King and High School Musical. Well-known American comedian Tori Martin plays Moose, a warm-hearted, friendly, and very funny character who is also a youth worker in New York. DeVille Vanik will be playing one of the villains in the movie. Now, he has extensive experience as actor and stuntman in some of the biggest budget productions filmed by American studios in South Africa. He will coordinate our fight sequences to make sure that we keep you on the edge of your seats. Kevin Richardson is widely known as the Lion Whisperer, and we will be filming on his reserve using some real big lions. Leanne Taylor has been training our main actors on horseback, and she will also be in the movie as stunt double in some scenes. Our music will be produced by one of South Africa's best, Johan van der Korf, at Post City. The music will be a mix of big African, almost Lion King-like music when we are in Africa. But when we are in New York, it will be more American-type music. We will also be filming in New York City, in Manhattan, but most of this movie will be filmed on location at Matingwe Lodge, a 5-star game lodge in the Waterberg, Limpopo province. This location is stunning, and we plan to show the huge contrast between the African bush and the city of New York. This will be the 5th feature film that I'll be making. The first film that I produced was Faith Like Potatoes exactly 10 years ago, and that movie has now been seen by over 330 million people in 17 languages worldwide. Now, the crew that we've selected is some of South Africa's best, and they include the very talented young director of photography, David Ferreira, the very creative production designer, Peter Collard, award-winning costume designer, Pierre Wienings, and seasoned editor, Mornay Tennyson. Faith Broadcasting Network will be a major partner for us in getting this movie to as many people around the world. And this includes the all-important task of getting the ministry material to as many people, churches, and organizations around the world. Because with this movie, we're hoping that we could start a campaign in order to help people discover their life purpose. Because remember, that is the theme of our movie. But you know what? We cannot do this without you. We're calling on you to partner with us. So please go online, register on our websites, our Facebook pages, or other social media, and get involved. Help us so that this movie would have a real impact, hopefully on many, many millions of people around the world. And I think if we organize this well enough, we could even reach over 1 billion people.